coisa que o tempo arrumou. Eu já sabia da vida quando você chegou.
Hello everyone. Today I have a guest from Puerto Rico. His name is Adolfo López Aleman, and he is a recreational, leisure, and sports professional. He has so many skills, qualifications. It's a multi-talented person, I would say. He has experience in the development, supervision, management, and implementation of sports and recreational programs for everyone, including special needs population. He has experience in creating adventure recreation and outdoor recreation education. Experience in leisure education, founder of Conuco Educational Innovations. He's adapted instructor and program director of Karate for individuals with special needs. He's teacher of therapeutic and recreational martial arts, and he is an expert in recreation, leisure, sports, and tourism. So welcome, Adolfo.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure to be here.
Thank you for accept my invitation.
Of course.
When I invite you, you said you are not a recreation therapist.
Yes, I'm not.
Because you are not certified, but
yes.
you earn a bachelor's in physical education sports science, a master's in sport and leisure management services, special education,
yes,
doctor degree in teaching, recreation, and leisure education.
Yes.
And you also have certification in special education and dozens of certificates.
Yes.
And you have a huge experience and passion about recreation therapy. So, yes, you are a recreation therapist, and you are an excellent one.
Thank you. Well, I don't see it that way, but I understand what you said,
Yeah, of course you are. And you have a vast experience with individuals with special needs, right?
Yes.
So my first question is, why you choose this population?
Well, in 2001, I started to work a company here that was called the Little Gym, and I was teaching karate there, regular karate. But one day I received this Down syndrome boy, and I'm to be honest, I didn't know what to do with him. And then at that time, the internet wasn't, that speed. We didn't have the speed that we have now. So I have to go to a library, to the university that I was studying that day, and learn about Down syndrome, how they work, how they learn. And I start to teach karate to him, and I have to do a few modifications. And after I begin my master's, well, I say, okay, I want to do something different. I want to develop a curriculum to work with people with special needs, and that was my motivation. And my thesis was a curriculum for teaching karate to special need population. And actually, that is what my program is now, called Pacto, Programa Adaptado de Karate Tradicional Puertorriqueño.
Mm-hmm. And how important is sports and recreation for this population? Fito, can I call you Fito?
Yes, that's my nickname. It's okay.
So how important is sports and recreation for this population?
Well, there is sport is something that every culture, every society does. You cannot take away sport from society. So everyone wants to be part of something, and sports give you that. Something that I love about particular Special Olympics is that they give you the opportunity to all of them to participate, and they have three major programs. They have the recreational program, they have the competitive program, and they have the unified sports. The three of them are really amazing for the people who practice. They feel that they are part of a group. They identify with the person who are playing with them. So it's very important. And the recreational part, I don't know if you know who is Geoffrey Godby, but Geoffrey Godby speak about that we as human beings do recreation to adapt and survive. So in this case, the special need people need to adapt to the reality. So recreation does that to everyone and gave them the opportunity to do whatever they want without limitation.
Right, exactly. And what is adapted karate? Karate for Canadians and Americans. How does
Well,
it work?
I made a difference between para karate and adapted karate. Adapted karate is the karate that I do with my student for a recreational purpose. And para karate is the competitive one. It's the one that I do with the Paralympic Committee of Puerto Rico. That's the big difference of both of them.
And uh, and para karate is very important too because competition is important for this population, right? Can you tell me about it?
Well,
Both are.
I'm not a very competitive person in sports because I like more the recreational part, but I recognize that there's some people that like to compete, and in the para karate I give them that opportunity because they want to show the others I am able to do the same things that you do, and the recreational part is amazing also, and I prefer that one because I can modify everything. So it doesn't matter if you are on this level, on this level. Everyone has the opportunity to do the same.
Right.
So
And we know that we can use martial arts to address social and behavioral functioning in children with autism, for example.
yes,
What did you learn from your experience?
well, that's a very complex question, but
Mhm. Yeah, I know.
because but for example, speaking about autism, I think that with autism, there's a lot of things that we really don't know. There's a lot of literature about what they can do, what they cannot. But when I work with them, I always like to do things that people say that they're not able to do that to do it. For example, and I have this kid. He's a college student right now. He started with me when he was 10, 11. He Asperger, and when he started with me, he doesn't speak too much. He doesn't want to do a lot of things. But with all the process that I have with him right now, and his mother told me a story about him when he started college. He has to do a auto report, and he has a person who worked with him, and he said to the professor, I want to do it alone. And when the professor asked him why you want to do it alone, he said, because I'm a karate teacher, I'm a black belt. So if I can teach karate to others, I can do this. This is piece of cake for me because I'm used to this. So definitely, karate is not only throw punches and kicks. It's more than that. They give you life skills, confidence. The ability to talk to others, to expose yourself. Uh, One thing that I like about karate is that you practice in group, but when you execute alone, individually. So I don't have to compete with others. I compete with myself.
Exactly.
Did I answer the question? I don't know.
Yes, yes, of course. Yeah. And do you remember another successful example of an individual with the disabilities that had his or her life completely changed after start the
Oh yes.
program?
When you show the photo, you saw that this girl was over there with Down syndrome. She was one of my first students, and when she started with us, she doesn't have much balance, and she even doesn't want to go to work and do other things. And after she started to practice karate, her father told me that she was able to do other things, and among of other things, she want to start to go to work. She want to go to start work because the same. If I can teach others karate, I can do whatever I want outside. So she had the confidence to do all the things. Uh, uh, I don't know how to say it. Sorry.
Yeah, I got it. Exactly. Uh, Fito, sports can also decrease the inequality in a low income population. And sometimes a sport can be a profession for many children. In Brazil, for example, soccer is a tool that transform communities, develop skills, and inspire children to have discipline to become a soccer player. You worked on a project to empower communities with recreation and tourism to promote
Yes.
socioeconomic growth and poverty eradication. I love
Yes.
this. I love this. Could you explain the goals and outcomes?
Well, what we want to do with Puerto Rico 4.0 or Puerto Rico 4.0 or 4.0 is we want the communities to see what they have, what things they have, to empower them to make to earn a living. For example, we have this place in Puerto Rico that we call Piñones. It's like the area here that we have the African where you concentrate the African heritage of Puerto
Mhm.
Rico is over there, and you can go there. There's beautiful beaches. The food is amazing, and they have the bomba. It's an African dance that we do here in the island. So I have this student in one of the universities that I work with, and he contacted me because he said, "Hey, Tefito, uh, I want to do something with the community, but I don't know what to do." And I say to him, let me talk to the person of to the leaders of the community. And what we did over there is we teach them how to use the things that they have in favor of them. For example, create experience. Why you don't go to the people, to the tourism, show them how to dance a bomba, show them how to play the drums. After you finish, you can take them and get them a ride through the how you say mangle the mangroves the
Mhm.
mangroves, yes, and they are able to go to fish their fish, and then when they fish, they prepare and they eat it after they fish. So in that way, they start to earn a living because people pay for that. You're paying for an adventure experience, and humans like adventures. We love adventures.
Right.
So that's one of the examples that I can give you. We have another community in Humacao that we did the same because they are they are in the coastal area of the country, and it was very similar. But the thing that they do is they do kayak excursions.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, I was looking at neurokinetic, and you work with neurokinetic therapy. It's a advanced therapeutic system that help your body to heal by teaching it to unlearn movements. Is that correct?
yes,
More or
okay,
less.
yeah, that's okay. Don't worry. What what I did over there is with the neurokinetical uh, therapeutic neurokinetic.
Mhm.
I developed a theory of I call it teoría de patrones 23 or 23 pattern theory. Okay, what I did with my students is I noticed that the brain learns in segments. So I don't know if you know what is a kata in karate.
No, I don't.
Kata is like a synchronized movement that you do when you can one, two, and you start moving to the side and you start doing movement. When the style that I practice is from Okinawa, it's Goju Ryu, but it's very hard to practice. So at the beginning, when I start to work with the student with my student with special needs, I start to teaching Goju, but it was very hard. You know, they didn't learn it, so I start to say like, what can I do to make them learn? Because culturally, Puerto Ricans are people that want to see things work fast. You
Mm-hmm.
know, that's the way it is.
Yeah.
I cannot tell a parent how long it's going to take him to learn. Well, it's going to take him like 2 years. What? Hell no.
Yeah.
No, impossible. Hell, impossible. So I have to do a lot of work, and then I discover, like for example, music. I saw that you're a musician.
Yeah.
Music are composed by segments, and when you play music, it's by segment also. One, two, three, four. When you dance, five, six, seven, eight. And I
Mhm.
said, like, oh, really? And you know that music is something special with human. When you hear music or you sing a song, there's something that happened to your, you travel.
Right.
It made you travel. So
Yeah.
I use that, and I say, okay, let me uh, do the same, but with movement. And I start to create my own katas to my students, and I start to count only from 2 and 3. All my movement I count. It doesn't matter how many move they have, but I count in segment of 2 or 3. For example, if I made a kata, I say 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. For my surprise, when I start to work with my student, they start to learn their katas very fast. And I was like, oh wow, I got something here. I look for a book, neuroscience book. The author is Sousa. I don't remember the name. Actually, he's Brazilian.
Mm-hmm.
And I found his book, and I read it, and I found amazing things in that book, like how the brain works, what happened when you do movement, and because of that, I create la pedagogía neurokinética, or the neurokinetic pedagogy. Is education through movement, but with that theory, with the 2 and 3 patterns. And I don't know if I answered the question, because
Yeah,
remember,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Spanish
You're
is my main language, so
right. No,
I try to do my best.
try to. Good. You're good. Could you talk about adventure, recreation, and outdoor education?
What do you want to know about that?
I thought that you worked with adventure and recreation a lot. You like that, right?
Well, at the beginning of my career, I start to do a lot of that. I coordinate outdoor activities for
Yeah.
companies, for example, ay Dios mío, for banks, for
Mhm.
corporations, to do team building activities. But when I start to, ¿cómo se dice, envejecer, to grow old, I develop a heart condition, uh, so I have to stop doing the activities for myself, and I start to doing for others. So right now, what I do is, for example, if you want counseling of that, I tell you how to do it, what to do, what kind of seguro,
Safe,
insurance,
safe.
los insurance that you need for the activities. And
Right.
actually, a few minutes before we start, I have someone from here. He do excursions, and his name is La Halda PR, and he was asking me a question about an activity that he have next week, and I was giving him a little bit of advice. 2 days ago, I have this girl that she's starting with a glamping a project in the center of the island, and she was asking me also what kind of activities she can do for the people who stay there at their place. So right now, like I say, I'm not doing it like for me.
Right. You worked with a recreational sensory gym for children with special needs and adopted families. I would love to
Yes.
hear about it.
Well, actually, that's our center. The specialist in that area is my wife. She is a
Okay.
specialist. She is a specialist in that area.
Oh, great. So you both work together. That's awesome.
Well, Conuco is a
I know.
family business.
All right. Yeah,
It's a
I know.
family business.
Yeah, we want to talk about Conuco.
Okay, yes. Well, Conuco is a family recreation center. We have the adapted karate program. We have the sensory gym. We have the Cuéntame Lab. Cuéntame is like a Cuéntame. I don't know how to translate Cuéntame. It's like tell me a story.
Yeah, yeah.
And what the children does there is my wife give them like uh, recycled things, uh, uh, bottle
Garrafas.
bottle halves, plastic, cartón. I don't know how to say cartón. Oh my god.
Cards.
No, no, no.
Tom,
Boxes,
a
cartón.
caixa. Yeah, boxes.
Yes, boxes.
Boxes, yeah.
Boxes, yes, boxes, paper boxes, and and also she gave them rocks at the river rocks that we have here because we're in the Caribbean, so we have a lot of rivers. So you can go to any place and look for rocks. And what they do is they draw histories, or they draw a play or whatever they want to draw in the rocks, and then they have to tell a story with those rocks. And the outcome for those children is amazing. My wife has children that don't have problem, speech problem, that they don't able to speak. And when they start to do that, they start to speak. They start to talk because they want to say the story. So it's very amazing. It's
Awesome.
very amazing. Very, very, very amazing.
Yeah. And what kind of, tell me more about Conuco. It's so interesting that.
We just been working for 2 years, and because of the pandemic, a lot of situation right now, but we have operating, but just a 30%. And other things that we do is we do certification. We make certification. We do courses, online courses. For example, I create a certification in Puerto Rico of adapted martial arts, and I teach it for 8 weeks, and I have 8 students, 8 people who want to take it. My wife also does it a lot of workshops for teachers, for families. That's all the things that we do with Conuco. And what my next project in Conuco, uh, I want us to become a research center, because among other things that I do, I probably, well, I do research, and well, I instead of doing in other places, I want to do it in my center. I want to my center to become a research center.
Yeah.
That's my next project that's the thing that I'm working right now.
And you have a lot of activities going on before COVID, I mean.
Yes, we have a lot of activities. Actually, like I said, we have all the activities are the same in this in the.
Online, right.
Yes, it's the karate, the sensory gym, the Cuéntame Lab. You see the art place. We have a patio outside that we also use it to have experience. So
Core and free play. Core and free play.
my wife is
Sure to join us.
Our core is free play. It's free play. It's a place that the children can go over there and be free.
Play-based learning.
Place-based learning. Remember, she's the expert.
Yeah. And you work for 2 universities, right?
Yes, I work for 2 universities. I have the blessing of working for 2 universities because my concentration, my doctoral concentration, we're just 2 in the island. So we have 2. The University of Puerto Rico have the program. Anaheim and the University also have the program. So I have the opportunity to work in both. I work full time in Anaheim Mendes, and over there I teach the 3 levels. I teach bachelor's, master's, and doctor. And University of Puerto Rico, I just teach bachelor's because they don't have master or doctor.
Mm-hmm. Fito, I would have much more to ask you, but unfortunately, we exceeded the time.
It's
So,
okay.
would you like to say something important that I didn't ask you?
Well, I don't know what to say. I don't know
Whatever
what.
you want, whatever you think it's important for recreation therapists and professions related.
Well, actually, yes. I would like to say something. In this time of the pandemic, people can really say that recreation is a very important profession. We are needed indeed. So if some people are other people, young people, I think are thinking about study this, do it. This is a great profession. I always want to joke about when I said that I was going to study recreation. People told me you're gonna te va a morir de hambre. You're not gonna be able to eat. You're not gonna have the food. And every time they told me that, I showed my belly. I said, I'm well fed. So the work, the opportunities for working are there. Actually, I have to say no most of the time to opportunities because I'm full. I'm full. So think about it. Therapeutic recreation is a very beautiful profession. Like you said, and I still consider I'm not a therapeutic recreation.
You are.
Well, thank you, and I appreciate. But I like to respect the people that have the proper certification, and I don't have it. So, but I appreciate what you said. So that's it. Thank you very much. Sorry about my English. I try to do my best, but
No,
remember.
no, look at me. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you. No,
Congratulations
thank
for
you.
your work. Thank you so much for your contribution to recreation therapy. And yes,
And if someone want to ask me something or want to chat with me,
I
don't
will.
be shy. You can write me, and I
I
will glad talk to you and help you with what you need.
I will, and I will leave the link here so students and recreation therapists can contact you when they need it. Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So bye bye,
Bye
everybody.
bye. Have a good night.
Week.
Buenas noches.